or into another human.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in that in the sense of you're going to go into another human being.
Wait, but like again, that could be true because it doesn't say that doesn't happen in the Bible.
Okay, by what? By what?
Hmm?
Where does it say that happens in the Bible?
Oh no, it doesn't say that doesn't or that shouldn't.
Yeah, so then we'd have to discuss it. We'd have to discuss that.
But like it's compatible then. Do you not understand what I'm saying there? So again,
Oh,
you're
no,
not going to
no,
hold that.
actually, wait,
I'm going to say
okay.
there's no scriptural evidence for the idea
Oh,
that there
there
were
is,
other
yeah.
human beings at that time period. So
Well,
the most
there is because
reasonable conclusion, what's up?
there's a Bible verse that says it is appointed once for a man to die, and after that comes the judgment. So after you die, God then's gonna judge you. So it's appointed once. You don't come back again and then die again.
Again, like I give you an example, aborted fetuses, right? What are they going to be judged on?
Aborted fetuses.
Yeah,
The person who done the abortion is gonna be judged,
no, I'm
but
asking you, the
the
aborted
baby is
fetus
gonna be in
themselves.
heaven.
No, but they don't get judged on anything, right? How would they be on Judgment Day?
What, the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll pass with flying colors. That's the judgment. You passed.
Oh,
Well done,
oh,
good and faithful servant.
oh, because they're sinless.
Yeah, they haven't sinned. They haven't sinned.
Wait, but
They've been killed.
I thought they were born with sin, born into sin.
Yeah, you could be like in the sense that
They
like
have original sin, right?
in the sense that like for example if like somebody's parents had AIDS and then they passed it on to the child, yeah, in that
J-Flo,
sense
they
the
have
sin is
original
there.
sin. So do they go to hell?
No, they won't go to hell.
But they have original
There's,
sin. So if they
yeah,
go
but
to judgment, then it seems like they're going to go to hell.
there's a story about this in the Bible. David, he sinned, didn't he, with Bathsheba, and they had a little child, and the child died. And he said, I will go to him. So when David dies and goes to heaven, he'll be with the child in heaven. Because what part did the child have to play in that? The person who made the abortion is the one who's going to be judged.
Again, I'm just asking about the child. We're talking about the judgment. They have original sin, right? If they have original sin, what's going to happen to them on Judgment Day? They're going to go to hell. They're a
No,
sinner.
you're not getting it. You're not getting it.
I don't know what
God
I'm
is
not
gonna
getting.
God also is gonna judge you according to what you know as well. There's a scripture about that. So, for
Okay,
example,
what?
you say that lying is wrong, innit? Do you believe lying is wrong, innit?
Not always, no. I think it's good in some scenarios.
Oh, okay. Is there anything that you think is conclusively wrong?
Like always wrong?
Yeah.
Like in a physical sense or a logical sense?
Um, let's say physical.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like what?
Abuse is always wrong. Rape is always wrong. Murder is always wrong.
Okay, so would you say that in your life you've abused somebody? Maybe not physically, maybe mentally in your life.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to your knowledge. So you don't think you've ever manipulated or, you know,
I don't know.
deceived
Maybe I did something as a
somebody?
kid. I don't remember.
Yeah, and so like when you do something that that you know is
Like
wrong,
I
you're
might have
gonna be
like
judged
hit my
according to that as
sister's
well.
back as a kid. Like when I was like fucking four.
Parker, how could you?
4-year-old, bro.
Parker,
I was four,
how
man.
could you do that? Parker, come
I
on.
know I'm a terrible human, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I just think that like your worldview, like it's just really sad. Like it like it has no life in it. Like it's really sad, Parker. Like God could really use you'd be such a great guy, like in God. Like God would use you so greatly, honestly. But it's sad, your worldview, it has no life. I find atheists, all they do is the rest of their life argue that God doesn't exist. It's such an interesting thing to argue that and not just go
No,
about their
you
life.
just see me argue that because that's one of the things I argue about in my life. The reason why I argue about this is because it impacts my society. I think one of the biggest threats to democracy is people believing things without sufficient evidence. And normalizing the belief that it's okay to believe in religion without sufficient evidence further leads to that idea.
So what are you living for? What's the evidence of what you're living for? What do you live for, and what's the evidence? What is the evidence that you found that the reason what you're living for is the best way to live? What's the evidence for
Appreciate
that?
the handouts. Thank you so much. The best way to live is just relating to my own values. So it's just going to be a description of my own psychological preferences. What do I live for? I live for making my life and other people's lives better, right? According to my own values.
So you don't like believe in like, what about evidence? Like, you don't look at evidence to in a
The
way to
evidence
live
of
your
something
life.
being
Like
good or
how,
bad is just going to be the description of my psychological preference. Or I might give
so
reason for why it's wrong.
basically, what you're saying is that basically you're God, basically, in your own
No,
scenario.
no.
That's what I'm seeing. You're basically God. That's what you're trying to say.
I don't see
You
how you
live
got
by
that.
your rules, your way, your life, and it's the same. That's the same thing as the devil. That's why he fell from heaven. He
Isn't
wanted
that the
to be
same thing as
God.
God as well?
Huh?
Isn't that the same thing as God as well?
No, you're trying to be God. God is himself. Like
I'm
he
not.
is.
I'm not trying to be a God.
You are. Because you just live by your own. If you think about it, like like the world has been around for a long time. Like surely you will learn stuff outside of yourself. To really think that you have all the answers and you have all the ways
I
of
never said I
living
have
life
all
in
the
the right
answers or
way.
all the ways. I don't think I ever said that.
But that's what you subscribe to. You subscribe to yourself.
What do you mean subscribe to myself?
Like,
I believe what I believe, right? That's if I'm given other reason, I'm gonna believe that.
because you believe that you're the best person to basically interpret life.
Because if I had better reason, I would believe that.
There is better reason.
Okay, then give me the better reason.
You know the reason.
And that
He's
is?
he, it's Jesus. You know the reason. It's
No,
Jesus.
that's not good reason at all.
I think it's amazing.
What's the good
Do you
reason
believe in
there, bud?
history? Do you
Wait,
believe in history?
what's the good reason there?
Do you believe in history?
Do I believe in history?
Yeah.
I do believe in history, historical fact.
Do you believe it? You believe in it as historical fact?
Yes.
Do you believe in Alexander the Great?
I do believe in Alexander the Great. I think, yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
haven't really like examined the evidence though.
if you actually look at the evidence,
That's just what's
there's
claimed
more
in
there's more
history.
evidence for Jesus Christ than there is for Alexander the Great.
Wait,
And so
wait, dude.
and
I believe
just hold
Jesus
on.
existed as a person. I don't believe he turned water into wine. I don't believe he walked on water, and I don't believe that he rose from the dead.
No, I know, but you're saying that, but I'm saying the evidence shows that he did. So the evidence shows that he died on the cross, he was buried, and that he wasn't in the cave anymore. When they went to go and look in the cave, he wasn't there anymore.
Wait, so I
And so,
don't believe that he was put in a personal tomb in the first place. I don't think there's sufficient
but
evidence indicating that. So, like, I actually believe it was most likely, given the set of circumstances, for it to be the case that that he was left on the cross to decompose or thrown into a mass burial site.
wow, oh, Parker, come on, man, Parker, you're just wow, Parker, come on, Parker, you're choosing now. You know what I think it is, Parker? I think it's really a underlying heart problem that you have because to believe in Alexander the Great, when even you said yourself that you haven't even looked at the evidence, but you believe in him and the things that he's done. But when we mention Jesus to you, and there's more evidence for him than there is for Alexander the Great, for you to now discredit even him being in a tomb, which is historically proven, shows that you actually have a heart problem and that you don't actually want, right now, you're just not at that moment where you want to submit to God. It might be the pleasures,
No,
like you said,
you're
you brought up
completely
your girlfriend, didn't
misunderstanding.
you? You brought up your
J-Flow,
girlfriend. God goes against, you having sex with your girlfriend outside of marriage. Like, you should put a ring on it, Parker. If you love her, where's the ring, bro?
you
Where's the
don't need to
ring?
you don't need to give someone a ring if you love them. What? That's
That's not
ridiculous.
what Beyonce said.
I don't care what Beyonce said. So again, as it relates to this, I just think that you're not engaging with what I have to say, because it is the case that historical fact would indicate Jesus existed. Jesus died on the cross, but it doesn't indicate resurrection. It doesn't indicate walking on water. It doesn't indicate turning water into wine.
But
So
they indicated that he was in a tomb. They even put Roman guards
no,
to
it
guard it because
actually commonality at the time shows us that they were either left on the cross to decompose or thrown into a mass burial site. So the notion that they would be in a personal tomb is unlikely given the historical data.
that's just sadly not true.
It is true.
You know, I think at this point it's come to that point where, you know, you can only find out on the day. When you die, Parker, when your soul rests and you meet the living God, I'm gonna pray hard for you tonight, Parker. I'm gonna pray for you when I get off this thingy. I've really enjoyed this conversation. But when you die, when you're sat on that deathbed, you can't have sex with your girlfriend anymore. You can't go on TikTok live anymore. You can't do anything else. You're waiting that death. You're gonna think about God. You're gonna think about this conversation. And what if you're wrong, Parker? What if you've wasted your whole life going on TikTok trying to
Then I get
disprove
to
this
spend
God?
eternity in hell with my girlfriend.
No, Parker, man. What if your
That
girlfriend is
sounds
saved?
fun.
What if she comes to Jesus and you don't?
She's not going to.
Oh, do you control her?
No, I just
So
know
how do
her
you know? How do you know?
because she has no reason to believe.
If your girlfriend came to Jesus, what would you do? Would you break up with her or would you stay with her?
I would stay with her.
You know what? That's good, Parker. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, why would I leave my girlfriend because she's
That
Christian?
that that shows
I
love.
would
That shows
disagree
that
with
you.
her. I would debate her, but like, I mean, why would I leave her? If I love her, why would I leave her because of that? Granted, if she held
That,
other views, right? I don't know, right?
other,
It depends on how far gone, right? We're
okay. So
talking here.
other views like
Richard the
what?
Corgi,
Like
thank you.
if she said to you, "I
Yeah, if
disagree
my
with,"
girlfriend randomly became a Nazi, I would break up with her. Okay,
so if she
that
said,
would never happen. But if it were the case that that happened, I would break up with her.
if she
Okay.
said to you that she don't because she's a Christian, she don't support LGBT or or any of these things, would you break up with her because of that?
Yeah, but she's literally bisexual, so I don't
But
think that's
that's
gonna
what a
happen.
Christian. That's what a Christian is. There's somebody that doesn't support those things, so that means you break up with your
No,
girlfriend.
that's not what Christians are. Christians just think that gay intercourse is wrong.
No,
They don't think that being
we
gay is
disagree
wrong.
with the whole LGBT community.
No, you
Like
don't. There
we do.
actually Christianity is pretty pro trans, right? In this aspect, because Jesus, listen to this. You respect Jesus's pronoun, or actually God's pronouns, even though he doesn't have biology, right? He's a man, he's a father. Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. A he, a him, and there's no penis. Okay, so why do you respect his pronouns but not trans people's?
Wow, Parker, you are you. If you could stretch a rubber band, then you are stretching,
Wait,
Parker.
Flo, you didn't answer the question. Why do you
You are next
respect
level
your
right now,
God's?
Parker.
Why do we have to respect your God's pronouns, but you can't respect trans people's pronouns? Simple question. How could he be a
Wow.
man and a father? Appreciate the paper crane. Thank you so much. Without any biology, it seems like a man, a father, is a social category, a social role, not a biological one. Under your own view. Appreciate the paper crane. Thank you so much. So it seems like
Wow.
Christians have pro trans ideology.
So the Christians agree with the trans community. Is that what you're saying?
Actually, I would argue they should.
No, wait, you just said they do. Now you're saying they should. So you know that we
There are lots of Christians that disagree with it, but they have no scriptural basis for it. They have no rational basis for it, even under their own view. Because again, they already respect the pronouns and gender identity of God, but they're not respecting the pronouns and gender identity of trans people.
Parker, you know, one thing I have to give to you is you're very crafty. You're very
It's not
crafty.
about being crafty. It's literally God doesn't have the biological aspects, yet still is considered, I appreciate the Lucy, thank you so much, a man, he, him, and a father. Indicating these are social categories, not biological ones under your own view. So I'm not even referencing my own view right now. I'm simply referencing the Christian's view of what gender is.
Jesus is God in the Christian worldview.
Yeah, and prior to incarnation, he's
what?
still a father.
Wait, God became what? God became what?
The Father,
Man.
the Son, the Holy Spirit. Appreciate the boxing glove. Thank you so much. The Father is still a father prior to incarnation. There's no human biology, yet is still a father, a man, and a he, him.
God became man through Jesus Christ, didn't he? So he didn't take on a woman. He didn't take what, you know. The reason why we have these titles like father and man is to relate to God in that kind of sense, because women, you know, women are like
Again, social
receivers.
categories, non-biological ones.
The protective, you know. But that is a big stretch, Parker, to say that we agree with the transgender. Like, you know
You
that.
literally did. You got no argument.
Oh my day! I just gave you the argument, Parker.
There was no argument. Again, it's not a biological role; it's a social one. It's not a biological category; it's a social category.
Okay, but if God doesn't have a physical, but he actually took on a physical body. That's what I'm saying. And the physical body was a man. So there's my explanation to you.
Yeah. So you're saying he took on a physical body, right? We're talking about prior to the physical body, prior to incarnation.
Prior to incarnation.
Yeah.
But Jesus has always existed. He's always existed. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Okay, but
So
that's the Father, not the Son. Okay,
No,
Son has
that's
a
the
beginning.
Son.
The Son has a beginning because he was
No,
conceived.
he doesn't.
The Son was
You haven't
conceived.
Okay, physically, he was conceived at a certain
God
point.
impregnated his own mom as a minor. Okay, and
Wow, Parker, you're
what?
Parker, come on, Parker,
What?
Parker, come on.
I
That's a
appreciate
bit
the bunny
rude.
ears. Thank you so much. What?
Parker, wow. I'm gonna pray for you. I am gonna pray for you. But Parker, man, I just want you to know. I just want you to know, you know, Jesus loves you very much. And I know you grew up in church. I don't know what happened in your church. I don't know what made you walk away from God. But I really pray that you get back to me. I really do. I've really enjoyed this conversation, though. So thank you.
Yeah. So again, let me ask you this question. Do you think okay? So I'll ask you this question. Jesus, prior to incarnation, right? Was Jesus still a man?
Well, he's given, yeah.
Yeah, so even though he had no biology at that moment, he still was a man. So, yes, apparently Jesus is eternal, right? It's just not biologically speaking, right? Like his biological body isn't eternal, his human body isn't eternal.
He hasn't taken on the biological body he hasn't taken on the biological body yet.
Wait, sorry, say that one more time?
He hasn't taken on the biological body yet.
He hasn't taken on the Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So prior to this,
But we have the biological bodies. So there's a difference. We have the biological body. So that is showing you that you're a man or a woman.
We have
This is science. You're a science
wait,
guy, aren't you?
the biological body, it would be after this, right?
Yeah, he takes on the biological body after. But what I'm saying is that you have a biological body, and so that tells you what your gender is.
Appreciate the bunny ears. Thank you so much. Once you have it, right? We're talking to Prior about Prior.
Yeah. So
Oh, and also,
prior,
did someone sub and I missed it? I apologize.
the prior, prior. There's some verse. There's a verse that says God is a spirit.
Okay, I don't know what your point is with that.
He's a spirit. That's my point.
Okay, and Gerard, thank you so much for the bunny ears. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's the point. He's a spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the point. He's a spirit. But you have a body. So when you're born, it's very simple. Like, you know what's so interesting? This is how far society has become, like, so stupid that we're even having this conversation about, is this, like, when you're born, you have a penis or you have a vagina. You come out and we go, whoa, why do we have gender reveal and all this, like, it's common sense. It's gotten to the point where we could sit down now and argue. Are me and Parker even having this conversation? Like, is this conversation going on right now?
Do I believe this conversation
that's how
is
silly.
going?
That's what I'm saying. That's
How?
how silly. That's how silly human thinking has got to the point where we can clearly see simple things, but somehow we're creating these mindsets to believe something completely crazy. Like, how many genders are there?
In our society, there's 2.
What do you mean in our society?
Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Well, different societies, different cultures have different genders, right? Like,
why did you appeal to society? Why you should be appealing to yourself? Because you're your own God, remember?
okay, so
So
like,
to you, how many genders are there to you, Parker? Not to society.
so it depends on the context of the society that you're in.
No. I'm saying you, Parker, because you believe you're basically your own God. You follow your own
Yeah,
psychological.
the genders in the society that I live in, there's 2 typical ones.
No, I said you. How many do you believe there is? Not this, not the society we live in. How many do
There's
you
not a
believe
set
there is?
number of how many genders there can be, right? If you want to talk about it, there are people who are 2-spirit, right? There are people that have different depictions of gender in different cultures, right? I'm just recognizing the ones in the context of our culture.
Okay, so wait, you believe it's unlimited?
I believe it
Basically,
just
'cause you said
relates to
there's not a number.
it's not unlimited. It's just, it relates to the culture that you're in.
No. You keep referring to the culture. I'm saying to you. I'm not saying the culture.
This isn't a hard to understand concept.
It is, because why do you keep
No, it's
appealing?
not.
It's like you're scared. It's like you're scared to say what you actually think. I don't know
What do you
why.
mean? Why would I be scared?
it's
I
like
literally just told you.
So stop. So stop appealing to the society and explain what you believe. How many genders are there?
I'm telling you what I believe by saying it's relative to the society that we live in.
Yeah, I think.
He just got flagged for hate speech. I don't know why he got flagged for hate speech. That was bullshit. It was literally like right when I was like moving the chat too, so that probably looked like I kicked him. That's kind of funny. Let's go to the next individual. Y'all only send a guest request if you do believe that Jesus is not Satan, y'all. Platform, why are you in my guest box again, bro?
How many genders are there? Answer the damn question, Parker.
Appreciate the bunny ears. Thank you so much. There's 2
Parker,
in our society.
And I wanted to ask you, no, I don't care about in our society. You guys shit on Kairos. Bring me up with an MD one day. We're going to have this, and we're going to compare our schedules and tell me the classes we take. My school has teachers that are at Harvard, that are teaching at Harvard. So please, Parker, fix your stance on this Kairos shit, because I'm not at no typical Kairos school. I'm at a physician-based Kairos school. So please. And now answer the question, how many genders do you believe there are?
Yeah, so again, I believe there's 2 in our society right now.
Okay, so you think there's a man and a woman, that's it.
Yeah, there's men and women, there's people who are non-binary, but that wouldn't be a gender.
Okay, great. Now let me ask you this one last thing.
They're people who are gender fluid.
Why do you guys bring up two spirit people when you're talking about the people in Africa a long time ago, when they used these people as basically these people who were born as males, but they had a feminine spirit. They were using them to sell them to the rich and use their bodies.
So I would think that's a bad thing to sell people. What I'm just describing is,
it's a bad thing.
By the way, Two Spirit isn't African, it's indigenous.
Indigenous, whatever. Same, you know what I mean? Not same thing, but you know what I mean.
What?
Indigenous. Said the wrong word.
Those aren't even anywhere near the same. So again,
they were selling these two-spirited people to the rich for sex.
And I would argue that that's a bad thing, but that doesn't mean people who are two-spirit, that's not like a real gender, right? That's just a description of a gender in a different culture. So people who, I mean, these people exist.
Those two genders, just because you have a feminine spirit does not mean you're a separate gender. That's not how it works. That's all I needed to come up with.
That's a different concept of gender in a different society.
Always a different concept with you flaming liberals. It's crazy to me. Goodbye.
I don't understand why it's so hard for you to understand that the concept of gender is related to the society that you're in. Even your own notion of God, right? His gender is not biological. So you at least acknowledge the sociological context of gender. He, him, father.
Yeah, we would use a masculine term for the father. Yes, for our
even
God.
Though he doesn't have any biology.
Wait, we've already gone. Last time I was up here, we talked about material and non-material things. Once again, I asked you if quantum particles are material.
So does the father have a penis?
Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not.
Does the father have small gametes? Does the father have XY chromosomes?
No idea.
So neither of those things does God have. So like what? So again, it's based not on biology there. It's based on the social category.
This is just your little made up terms that you guys like to like run around.
Response.
So stupid. This is how you deflect every question.
He realizes he needs to accept trans people. He can't do it though.
Oh,
want it.
And define harm, because
they're defined. Harm can be applied as a state of suffering in the context of an entity with a well-being. And when we're talking about a fetus, well, we know that a fetus can't suffer because it doesn't develop consciousness until 24 weeks, and it doesn't meet any conjunct to past and future states in which we would hold to be valuable. But like further yet, why do you think that abortion causes harm? Why do you think that that action is morally wrong? Also, y'all, Rip Parker again. Everyone coming in from Parker Stream. Appreciate y'all for being here. I'll fucking text him again, dude. This is ridiculous. I'm so sorry, y'all. So yeah, why do you think abortion is wrong?
I feel like, I don't know. I still feel like it causes harm to the fetus. Because
how so?
If you use the argument of consciousness, do you believe that an animal has a conscience?
Everyone, Parker got a 10-minute ban. Yeah, animals do.
You do? So
I'm ethically vegan.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to put
I asked you why you think abortion's murder, dude. Come on, please stop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I feel like it still harms the fetus.
Yeah, okay. So how does it harm the fetus? Can you tell me how?
Do you know what the process of abortion is?
Oh, so it has to do with the literal mutilation of the body. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think it harms a cow when we slaughter it and decapitate it and then sell its meat?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that the government should force everyone to be a vegan?
No, I don't think it shouldn't, because I feel like this is a different example being used. You're holding an animal's life to the same value as you would to a human's.
So what's the distinction in the value? What trait does a fetus have that a cow doesn't have that makes it intuitively clear that we should value the fetus more?
Potential of life and...
Potential for life? What do you mean by life? What do you mean by life?
Being birthed, growing up, your brain development.
It has to do with like a higher level rationale. Yeah. What if it had a severe mental disability that would just grant it, the same level of consciousness that of a cow?
But that's a very rare circumstance. That's actually
in that rare circumstance, do you think it'd be justified for the mother to abort the fetus?
But you're using a very minority. You're using a very rare example.
Patrick, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. I appreciate that,
using-
Patrick. 1 second, man.
Yeah.
W Patrick in the chat, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. That's so kind of you. Huge W Patrick in that chat, y'all. Thank you so much. And yeah, in the context of this very rare scenario, right? Do you think it would be justified for the mother to get an abortion?
Yeah, like I said, I am circumstantial. So if the baby is coming out like very, very disabled, handicapped, I would justify that. But that at the same time,
Hey, this is
a
fucking
very
eugenics.
rare- a very
See, the
rare
reason
example.
that I bring this up is
Uh-huh.
because yeah, it's entailed by your position that eugenics is acceptable. Be so fucking for real, right? And then just on this notion of valuing what will potentially exist in the future, right? This
Yeah.
higher level of consciousness. Well, that actually exists in the now in the context of the mother, and that's exactly why I think we should value the mother more than we should value the fetus.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Just
I
valuing
agree with that.
potentiality alone is not a good argument in the slightest. What if there were fucking rocks on a conveyor belt, right? And when they met the end of that conveyor belt, they spontaneously became conscious. Would it be wrong to take a rock off of this conveyor belt since you'd be preventing potential sentience?
No.
Exactly. So, like, the termination of potential sentience is not valuable. Right? So you have no reason to grant the fetus value.
Yeah, no, for sure. I get that. I get that for sure.
So anything else you wanted to go over?
Nah, yeah, like I said, I really have to educate myself more on the matter before I can actually do a debate. But yeah, no, I really appreciate the conversation. Thanks for bringing me on.
Of course, man. Have a good rest of your day. We're going to move on to our next guest here, chat. Make sure if we are in those guest requests that we do think that abortion should be banned, guys. Also, y'all, Parker got a 10-minute suspension. However, he is done for the day, ladies and gentlemen. He might be coming up on here in a bit, though. What's up, Jason? How old are you?
37.
37. Very nice. Do you think that abortion should be banned, bud?
Yes.
So please tell me why you think 170 million American women should lose access to health care. Let's hear the argument.
I don't think it's health care. It's never been health care until the last decade. My whole life, it wasn't health care. It was preventative family measures.
Gerald, I appreciate you for the bunny ears. Weird point to harp on. I'm just asking you why you think abortion's wrong, dude.
I think that all life is precious.
You think that all life is precious, sir? Are you a vegan?
Negative.
Why? I thought that you thought all life was precious.
Well, sentient life.
Sentient life? Okay, well, yeah, cows, pigs, and chickens are sentient, dude.
Well,
Oh, wait, you think that sentient life is precious, huh? Fetus isn't sentient until 24 weeks, so is it not precious before it's
Well, I
sentient?
mean, by that logic, then people who are in a coma aren't precious.
Exactly. People who are in a coma are not precious, according to you, I guess, since you only value sentient life.
I value human life.
You value all human life?
Yes.
Do you think it is murder to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
That's a tricky question.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be a tricky question. I thought you valued all human life.
I do, and I've never pulled the plug on anybody.
Do you think that the government should make it illegal and murder to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
I don't know. But I'm not got into that situation.
No, well, just give me your thoughts on it. Thank you for the cap and Aunt Carrie with a duck.
I don't think that. I mean, if there is no chance of life, if the medical community has
No, it's
declared
alive.
the person
It is
cannot come back,
110% alive. It has to do with the cognitive function. But it's
Okay.
110% a human life, and you said you value all human lives. But now it
if
seems like you
can't be
don't.
sus- If the life can't be sustained without being intervened, without someone taking care of it, or a machine breathing for it, it's essentially already dead.
Okay, so are fetuses dead before the point of viability since they
They
can't
don't,
be
but
sustained
you're-
without the help of the mother?
They will come to term without anything else.
Oh, it has to do with the future potentiality, right? I don't think that potentiality is that valuable, right? Would you say it's a potentiality for like a higher level of rationale, like sentience or consciousness?
Excuse me, I cut out real bad.
Yeah, do you think it's like the potentiality for consciousness that makes a fetus valuable?
Oh, it's the potential for life.
I mean, well, it has life from the moment of conception.
Well,
as a
then-
brain dead
then
patient,
you
as a
shouldn't
cow
be
or a
allowed
pig.
to kill something that's alive.
Okay, so then you shouldn't be allowed to pull the plug on a brain dead patient since they're alive. You shouldn't be allowed
I'm
to
not-
pay for the
I'm not
murder of a cow,
arguing to
chicken, or
pull-
pig since they're alive.
I'm not arguing to pull the plug I'm not
Right, but
saying
I'm
you
showing
should.
you that you don't intuitively agree with your own principles since you
No, you're
don't think
changing
that it
it
should be
around to
considered
something
murder.
completely different.
We're showing you a problem with your principle. You said the life of a fetus is valuable and abortion's wrong because you shouldn't end any life. This would entail certain
What
absurdities, such as the idea that you shouldn't pull the plug on a brain dead patient or
you?
you shouldn't unalive like a cow, chicken, or pig, which are
I'm
examples
not.
of
I'm
things that
not
you
worried.
intuitively disagree with.
I don't. I don't support anything with a
Yeah,
cow,
thank you for
chicken,
the
or
heart puff.
pig. I don't. I don't support the life. I don't care for the life. I don't think that they are important in the long run of things. I think they are a protein source.
Okay, and just like I would say that the life of a fetus is not going to be important, right? Because it doesn't currently exist in a state in which they could deploy consciousness, and they don't have a conjunction between past and future consciousness. But I continue to give you the same issue with your position, and you continue to pivot and not answer my question.
No,
You
I
said
do.
all human life was valuable, right?
It
I have a
is.
question. So should it be illegal to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
I don't. I mean, I think those are two completely separate issues. But
No, because the life of a brain dead patient would be contained in your statement that it is
okay,
wrong to end human
okay.
life.
So let's take out modern medicine. Just assume we don't have it.
I want to assume that you'll answer my question. Should the government make it illegal to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
I don't think that they should.
You don't think that they should. So therefore, right, you would have a contradiction in your position, right? You're stating that it should be
Hold on,
illegal.
time out.
Hey,
Time out.
Jason, I
Do
would
you?
like to explain this. Jason, I
Okay,
would
go
like
ahead.
to explain this to you. You're saying it specifically should be illegal for a woman to get an abortion because a fetus is a human life and all human life is valuable. But then you're also saying it shouldn't be illegal to pull the plug on a brain dead patient, even though a brain dead patient is human life and all human life is valuable. This is a direct contradiction.
Do you think that the government should enforce someone to pull the plug?
No, I don't think that the government should force
So why is
or
it not a
ban pulling the
contradiction
plug.
on your point?
Because my point is that individuals should have the ability to choose as they freely wish
Well,
without the
it's
impedance of a governmental force.
okay. Do you believe it's a woman's body and it's her choice?
I specifically believe that it's a woman's body and it's her choice
So
because
if you're a
the
brain
fetus's
dead
life is
patient
not
and you
valuable.
cannot make that
Christine, I
decision,
appreciate you for the hearts.
if you are a brain dead person laying on a table and you cannot make that decision, whose choice is it? It's their body.
It's the choice of the family, obviously. In
Well,
the same way it would be the choice of the family of the
in a
fetus.
pregnancy?
Yeah, it's also the family that would be making that decision in the context of the fetus, the mother.
What about the father? It's
Oh,
a
well,
family
he doesn't
issue.
get a
You just-
say.
You just said it was a family issue for
No,
someone
I
who
said
is
I
not
said the
con-
issue of a brain dead patient was a family issue, not the issue of abortion.
that I wasn't talking about a brain dead person, and you brought that up. I was
Okay,
talking
but this
about
still
the
doesn't
fetus.
this still doesn't denote this idea that I specifically said it's a family issue in the context of a brain dead patient because that's who gets property rights. However, in the context of abortion, it will never be a man say. And every time I hear a man say that they at the end of the day want to be able to control women's bodies and force them to do certain shit or say
I
what
don't
they
think
can
that
and can't
any-
do,
I
all
don't
I
think
hear
that-
is misogyny. It's a complete overreach of the oppressive hand of the man, right? And we've seen this for centuries, right? We've always seen men trying to, Greg, thank you for the ICU, trying to fucking weasel their way into controlling women. And this is just yet another good example, right? But here's why, right? Abortion's not going to be a man's decision. It's not his fucking body, right? Point blank, period. And Jasmine, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Yo, let's get some W Jasmines in the comment section, guys. Let's get some huge W Jasmines. Thank you so much for the $20 over for Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love. But go ahead, Jason. I want to hear from you.
Yeah, I've got two children. I never told my wife anything. I never tried to manipulate her into or not into getting an abortion. I don't think that men are the problem here. I think that women who have consensual sex with a man and then decide they want to terminate something that he has a responsibility to.
What if it's unconsensual sex?
I mean, that's a terrible thing.
Should that mother be able to abort?
No,
So what if a 9-year-old girl gets raped?
that's a
raped by-
terrible, terrible thing.
Hey, what if a
Terrible
9-year-old
things
girl
happen
gets
every day.
What if a 9-year-old girl gets raped by her dad and she gets pregnant? She shouldn't
That's,
be able to get an
that's
abortion.
terrible. It's not the fetus's fault.
So I just want to clarify, you don't think she should be able to get an abortion?
No, I don't believe in abortion for any
Okay.
reason.
And
The
you
only-
told me that, and then
think
I have a
that-
question, Jason. I have a question. So
Yes,
you
sir.
said that the life of the fetus was valuable because it was a human life.
Yes.
But we also recognize that a brain dead patient is a human life, and you think it should be completely acceptable to pull the plug on them. All right,
I
but that's a
think
contradiction that I've been
it's
trying to get you to
not.
recognize
It's
this
not
entire time.
because
Yes, it is. Jason, Jason,
let alone-
stop interrupting me. No, you're going on mute, kid. You're going on mute because you can't listen. You can't control yourself. Act like you're, dude. Act your fucking age. I'm just so annoyed with these emotional male guests. Act your age, Jason. You said all human life is valuable. It is wrong to end all human life. Buddy, a brain dead patient is human life. A brain dead patient is human and alive, and you don't think it's wrong to end it. That is a contradiction. Your entire worldview that would reduce down to the conclusion of forcing women and children, even 9-year-old girls that have gotten raped, to sustain pregnancy on the basis of a contradiction. Hypocrisy in its finest. Ladies and gentlemen.
So you went on a rant, and I'm
Nothing about that was a rant. I was crystal clear. Why
Okay.
is that not a contradiction? Why is it not contradictory for you to not value the life of a brain dead patient?
one, if left in its natural state, will pass on his own. The other, if left in its natural state, will become a human being.
Phoenix, thank you so much for the first time subscription. Actually, no. When you're saying natural state, you are effectively saying without the support from external means, right?
What external means? I'm not trying to
Like the
pick
life support. Wait. Actually, I have a new angle on this. You're saying if we were to put the brain dead patient in its natural state, that it would die on its own, and this is why it's not wrong to pull the plug. So is it wrong to pull the plug on preemie babies that are in the NICU because if they're left in their natural state, they'll die on their own?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that you should.
I'm asking you a question, Jason. Is it wrong to pull the plug on preemie babies in the NICU because if left in their natural state, they would die?
That's an argument for no medical care at all.
And this is exactly the argument that you are giving in the context of the brain dead patient as to why you don't think it's right.
No, it's not, because if
It is. You specifically said if you were to leave the brain dead patient in its natural state without being supported by machines, it will die, and that's why it's okay to pull the plug. Well, if you leave a NICU baby in its natural state without the support of these machines, it will die. So therefore, does it make it acceptable for me to walk into a NICU and just unplug all of those machines and kill all of those infants?
No, because there is potential for life. They can
So we
live.
see, what does potential for life mean?
That my daughter was born.
Dr. Shuffle, I appreciate you for the subscription.
My daughter was born and spent.
I asked you a question. What does
in the
potential
NICU.
for life mean?
It means that they can continue to have a life of fulfillment beyond.
Oh, wait. Why?
their
Because I
machine.
thought that you said all human life is valuable.
It
but
is, so why would
now,
I pull the
hey,
plug?
Jason, you are acting so, oh my God, so erratic. Evan, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. W Evan in that chat, y'all. W Evan in that chat, you guys. If anyone else does want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio. I appreciate you guys. But Jason, so now your argument now is contradictory to your original one. You first said that all human life was valuable, but now you're excluding certain human life that doesn't have potential for a future, right?
No, I'm
So
not.
These are.
I'm not excluding life. That
Yes,
life.
you are. Are you excluding the
you
life
let
of a
me
brain dead
talk?
patient? Yes or
Will you
no?
let me talk?
Are you excluding
Will you
the
let me
life of?
talk?
Are
Will
you?
you
No,
let
no,
me
no.
talk?
Shut the
Will you let-
fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Chris, thank you for the fireworks. You are absolutely incoherent. This is pure gibberish. Gibberish, Jason. Gibberish. You are excluding life. You said it was not wrong to pull the plug on a brain dead patient. That brain dead patient is human and alive. You are excluding human life. And if your avocado fucking brain can't recognize a very basic logical contradiction, then I don't think you should be voting. Who the hell said we should live in a democracy? Who the hell said all humans should have equal rights? Dr. Suffel, I appreciate you for the money gun. I specifically think if you have an IQ under 40, you should not have the right to vote. And unfortunately, Jason, you are a prime example of that. Go ahead and talk. He muted his own mic, by the way. He was unmuted, and then he muted his own mic.
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead, Jason.
I don't even know how I did it. Yeah, you're taking my point of that a fetus is a life and it shouldn't be killed, and you're taking it to the far end of the spectrum. Everything, no matter what, you can turn it around and put it into something else. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about abortion.
Jason, this is how we show logic and reason to be bad.
You are not making any logic or reason. So by your definition, we should be able to just do what you said. I should be able to walk into the NICU and kill my own kid because they're in the NICU.
So, Jason, I'm going to go ahead and pick up where I left off before you interrupted me. So, this is actually how we show logic and reason to be bad. Your reason as to why abortion is murder is because it's wrong to end any and all human life, right? But then you turn around and you say it's not wrong to end the life of a brain-dead patient. I have a question for you, Jason. Are brain-dead patients human?
Yes, sir.
Are brain-dead patients alive?
Clinically, yes.
So what we see here is that you actually don't value all human life. So you are lying and being contradictory when you say you do to justify why abortion is murder.
They are two completely different. One is clinically
Jason, you said you value all human life. You said it's wrong to end all human life, and then you say that brain dead patients are human and alive, and it's not wrong to end their life. That is a contradiction. I cannot spell it out to you any easier. You are the reason I cannot sleep at night. You are the reason I'm going fucking crazy. It is a contradiction. I have shown it to you so simply. I can't be any more clear. You said all human life is valuable. You said it is wrong to end all human life. And then you say it's not wrong to end the human life of a brain dead patient. Those two statements can't be true at the same time because one implies it's wrong to end a life and then the other implies it's not wrong to end a life.
So do you think that I should have the authority to unplug anybody, anywhere, anytime, any brain dead person?
Oh, okay, so here we start our moral grandstanding. No. You don't even ask for my opinion on abortion. You don't ask for my position.
I mean,
you don't address the issues in your argument. Before we move on to my argument, I want you to address the contradictions. I've given them to you crystal clear, and the only thing you could do is pivot.
Crystal clear.
Excuse me, I lost you.
I gave you the contradiction crystal clear. Clear as day. And your response to this was to ignore it and then ask a completely fallacious question.
Your question's fallacious. They don't want and
Jason, I gave you the contradiction. A contradiction's not fallacious. A contradiction is not fallacious. A contradiction is not fallacious. I gave you the contradiction. I will give it to you again. You said it's wrong to end all human life. Then you said it's not wrong to end the human life of a brain dead patient. If it's not wrong to end a human life, then the statement it's wrong to end all human life is false.
That is not the case.
You are delusional.
You're delusional.
How can it possibly be true that it's wrong to end all human life, but not wrong to end this human life? I am about to go crazy. It is absolutely the case, Jason.
One person is at the end of their life. You are.
Who cares? They're alive.
Stop, you fucking retard.
Oh my God! Now you're up here slurring. Get the fuck off my live. Oh my God, he can't control himself. Well, oh my God, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest. Dude, I'm so sorry for dude. Jesus fucking Christ. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here, chat. In the meantime, y'all make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 150,000 likes here. Dean's gonna have a heart attack. Yeah, Dean is gonna have a heart attack. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say, y'all. If we are in this guest request, make sure that we are pro-life, y'all. Make sure that hey, what's going on? Do you think that abortion should be banned? Or are you pro-life?
Yo, I think abortion should be allowed forever because
All right, I appreciate you for your viewpoint. We're going to go to move on to our next guest. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say here, chat. If we are in the guest request, make sure we do think that abortion should be banned. Guys, I can't do it. I can't do it, chat. I can't do it, guys. Hello, do you think that abortion should be banned? Or are you pro-life?
It's wrong.
You know what? So imagine I asked you the color of the sky and you told me you had Nike shoes on. You wouldn't be answering my question. So when I ask you if you think abortion should be banned and you say it's wrong, you're not answering my question. So I'll ask you again. Do you think abortion should be banned? Now you can't even speak at all. Yeah, Luke, let's go ahead and move on to our next guest. If we're in those guest requests, make sure we do think abortion should be banned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get our next guest up in here. I can't do it!
Yo, what's
Hi,
up?
Cole. How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
2003.
You're so stupid, Cole!
Yo, can you explain to me why you're so mad, yo?
What is 2003 plus 18?
2003 plus 18 is 21.
And what year are we in?
2023. 2024.
No, we're not even in 2023, Cole. I mean, you couldn't do the math, but you couldn't tell me what year we're in, really, Cole. Hi, Dr. Shuffle. Do you think abortion should be banned? Are you pro-life?
So this is a little tricky. So I've always been pro-choice until I got raped. So this is a heated one for me. So I was pro-life pro-life all my life. So I'm standing out on my back patio now because I have a kid. I am 49 years old. I've been pro-life all of my life. Then I got brutally raped. I'm pro-choice now. So.
Oh! Okay.
So,
at the start, you said you were pro-choice until you got raped, and then you became pro-life.
That's
but
right.
Now you're saying you're pro-life, then you got raped, and now you're pro-choice.
Yep.
I'm only looking to talk to people that are pro-life. I appreciate you for coming up, and I'm so sad to hear that happened to you.
You said you're only looking to talk to people that are pro-life.
Yes.
So it's switched for me. So I'm pro-life all my life, like I said, and then became pro-choice because it changes.
I'm glad you're pro-choice. Thank you for your time. I'm just
pro-life a second ago. You tripped me up. So, like I said,
no worries. I'm just looking to talk to people that think abortion should be banned. I appreciate you for coming up.
Yep, no problem.
Have a good one. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do it, chat. I would have thrown my phone by now. I think that every single day. Hi, what is your age?
hello.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and block you. You're too young for this conversation, buddy. You are blocked, disconnected, and now moving on. Let's go ahead and see what our next guest has to say. Rachel! Oh my god, thank you for the $15 on Venmo for screaming at pro-lifers. W Rachel in the comment section. Apparently I got $15 for screaming at pro-lifers. Let's get a huge W Rachel. Hello, John316. Do you think abortion should be banned?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 20, Dean. I'm in 03.
Okay, very nice. So, why do you think abortion should be banned, John316?
I think everyone needs their tubes tied. We don't need any more babies being born.
So imagine this. Imagine this. Abortion actually prevents babies from being born. So wouldn't you advocate for abortion?
I think abortion should be allowed.
And you've conceded like that. You've conceded like that. Yes, indeed, you have. You've conceded like that. You have conceded like that. Moving on to our next guest. Guys, we have no guest requests. Hi, Jasmine. Do you think abortion should be banned?
Yes.
So why do you think abortion should be banned, Jasmine?
Because I don't think it's okay to kill babies.
So why not?
I mean, I was a premature baby at 7 months, and just to think that people are, like, killing babies at 7, 8 months kind of just sickens me.
So I'm asking, are you pro-life from the moment of conception?
I'm not sure. I would say from the moment of conception.
So at what point in pregnancy does lethal abortion become wrong?
I don't have a timestamp. I really don't. I would say probably I don't know, 6 to 9 months or something. I don't know.
Hey, Macy. Hope you're well, Macy. Okay, Jasmine. I'm gonna go ahead and move on then. That's very wishy-washy. Let's go and see what our next guest, Alice, has to say. Yeah, that sounded like a pretty pro-choice stance to me. At that point, we'd be able to use other forms of non-lethal abortion to, remedy that. Hello, Alice. How old are you?
Hello, I'm 20.
Okay, yeah. Do you think abortion should be banned?
No, actually not, because, there's...
Thank you for your time, Alice. I appreciate you for coming up, Alice. Thank you so much for your time. I'm just looking to talk to people that are indeed pro-life, that do think it should be banned. Hello, do you think abortion should be banned?
It's been a long time since I've been on this live. God, it feels good to be back. How is everyone doing? Smelling good, feeling good, sucking good, feeling good.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest, Jimmy. Chat, you know what? We've been live for a total of 2 hours, and we've had 2 debates. Hi, Jimmy. Do you think abortion should be banned? Are you pro-life?
I was going to say, why don't you fill out an app for the White House?
What's that, Jimmy?
Why don't you fill out an app for the White House?
I can't hear you. I heard the word White House. I'm guessing it doesn't have anything.
Fill out an app for the White House?
Can I fill out an app for the White House? I don't even know what that means. We're going to move on to our next guest here, guys. In the meantime, y'all make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. Bros, under the sea? Yeah, I couldn't hear him. What's going on? Okay, they automatically left. All right, guys, so we have no guest requests. We have literally none. We have 0 guest requests right now, ladies and gentlemen, so we are just waiting. If you are watching the stream and you are pro-life, literally hit the guest request button, and I will bring you right up. Yeah, you'll get to be brought right up, chat. Lux, I appreciate you for the army. Hey, what's up? Are you pro-life? Automatic. Oh, excuse me. Hi, are you pro-life?
No.
Are you pro-life? Obvious troll. Moving on to our next guest here. Let's go and get Julie up here, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get our next guest up in here. Hi, Julie. Do you think that abortion should be banned?
Amen, brother.
I asked you a question. It was a yes or no. Amen, brother, was not an answer.
You hear that church music in the background?
I also hear your mother calling. It's dinner time. We're going to go to move on to our next guest. Make sure we're at least 18 years old. Hi, Bubble. How old are you? Okay. What a terrible day. What an absolutely terrible day. We are so shot. We are so shot, chat. We are so shot. We are so shot. We are so shot, guys. Hi, Luke. How old are you?
Yo, I'm 18.
Okay, so you're the guy that wait.
My mic didn't work. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything.
Oh wait, didn't you say some stupid shit?
I didn't say anything. I literally just tried to get on. I couldn't hear anything, and then you kicked me off.
Okay. So why do you think abortion should be banned?
Because life shouldn't kill people. Shouldn't kill fetuses.
Okay, so you shouldn't kill humans.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think it is okay to pull the plug on a brain dead patient?
No, they're human.
So, do you think that the government should make that illegal?
I believe that humans should not be killed, no matter the circumstance.
I'm asking you the question. No, oh,
Yeah.
you think that humans shouldn't be killed no matter the circumstance. So, if someone was to break into my house and point a gun at my head, it wouldn't be justified for me to kill
Not in
them.
that. I mean, talking about abortion, not any circumstance. Talk about abortion circumstances, not
Okay,
any
so
ever circumstance.
why is it wrong in the context of abortion?
Because you're denying, you're like stopping life.
And why is that wrong?
You're like stopping life.
Okay, here's an echo. We're just going to move on to the next guest. Feel free to re-request. You just had a crazy echo. Well, actually, we don't have any guest requests, so we're just going to wait for him to request. Yeah, guys, if you're pro-life and you're watching, hop in the guest requests, y'all. I don't really know how to talk to these really not that bright people. I don't know how to do it, guys. Luke, I told you to re-request. You had an echo. You can hit the request button again. In fact, that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting on you to do that. All right, guys. Yeah, well, we have no guest requests. There we go. There's Luke. He's underage. Yeah, what year were you born in, Luke?
2005.
What month?
May.
May.
Yeah.
Have we already been through May? I don't think we have. So you said you shouldn't end a human life in the context of abortion. Why not? Why is that life valuable, Luke?
Because you're preventing a life, like I just said. Like you're playing God. You're playing God in a sense.
Okay, you have another echo. I'm just gonna kick you and move on. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna be waiting now. We have no guest requests right now. Lag and echo. Yeah, it just wasn't cutting it with him. We're gonna go to Luke. You have lag and echo, man. We've tried a lot with you. Every one of my guest requests is a troll. I'm gonna give every one of my guest requests a good 10 seconds to leave before I just block you. So if you want to continue watching and you're in the guest request, just leave. We're gonna go and bring Johnny up. Okay. How do you want to be blocked? Okay, good. They don't want to be blocked. We're gonna move on to our next guest here. Hi, do you want to be blocked? Okay, so they are blocked. Moving on to our next guest. Hi, do you think that abortion should be banned? We don't have any debates. I don't know what to do. There's 1.2 thousand people hanging out, and there's not one person in here that is pro-life. Change the topic? We don't have a topic to change to. Wait a minute. Oh, hey, what's up? Are you pro-life?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's that?
Hi, are you pro-life? Do you think abortion should be banned?
Yes. In my opinion, yeah.
So why do you think abortion should be banned?
Well, we are in 2024. I started at a young age, right, at 17. So unprotected sex, we got stuff that can handle that. Whether you're not going to be dedicated to a woman and having unprotected sex, knows what you're leading into, and the father not stepping up, yeah, I feel like that's a big part, because I don't believe in making something to get rid of it.
Yeah, why is it wrong to make something to get rid of it?
Why is it wrong? It's, I mean, for me,
Well, actually, I'm not
You have to
asking for
live.
you,
I mean, for
Jimmy.
me, I had
Jimmy,
to
I'm
live.
actually Jimmy. I'm actually not asking for you. I'm asking for the 170 million American women. You think you should be banned, right?
Well, I mean, we all aren't on the same track, so we all got our own opinions. Vote for what you vote for, but me personally, if you love kids, you have family, you cherish that human being, right? That's it. There's
I
too
know
much hate in the world, and
if you love kids, you should be pro-choice. Because we see that in areas where we see restricted or no access to abortion, it's simply just putting unwanted kids into unready households. And where we see access to abortion, that pretty much just prevents unwanted children from suffering because they're unwanted. It prevents them being put in households that aren't ready to raise a child adequately. Right. So if anything, I'd say if you love life, if you love kids, be pro-choice for that reason.
that's what I'm saying. If you're not financially stable and you're not for sure gonna step up and be a man to take your kid, your womb, because there's many ways around it, right? In life.
But
can
how does
pay.
this end in the conclusion that abortion should be banned?
What's that?
I haven't heard any. You haven't given me any reason why abortion should be banned.
What do you mean?
What do I mean, dude? You've just been saying words, dude. Can you please tell me why you think 170 million American women shouldn't have access to abortion?
For what? Do you
What-
really know what abortion is?
Yeah, it's evicting. It's the intentful termination of a
Right.
pregnancy. So, do you want to go and tell me why you think that should be
So if
illegal?
you're gonna have kids, right? Do you want to come out of pocket, right? Do you know what it costs to have an
I don't
abortion?
think the cost of abortion is relevant.
So I mean, you got to put more and more together, bro.
Brother, please, you are not conveying anything. You're not giving anything right now. Do you want to give me a reason why you think abortion should be banned, or can I just move on?
I mean, I'm not going back and forth, but that's my opinion. And
Jimmy, what the fuck is your opinion?
hey, please watch your mouth, bro. Please.
Jimmy, what
Guys,
is your opinion?
the same opinion you're giving me, bro? Because I can go back and forth with you on your life, but get banned, right? And
Hi, do you think abortion should be banned? Are you pro-life? Hi, are you pro-life? Do you think abortion should be banned?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
I am 47
So why do you think abortion should be banned?
because I believe that all life as it starts naturally and should end naturally. It's how do you justify when it's right?
All life should end naturally. All life should end naturally. So do you
and
think it's
begin
wrong?
naturally?
So do you think it's wrong to prevent life from ending naturally? Like, do you think that like the entire field of medicine is something wrong, since it would be preventing lives from ending naturally?
No, I don't think medicine's wrong at all. I think they do everything to sustain life, and when life isn't able to be sustained anymore, then they don't sustain it. There's no reason.
But you told us that it's wrong to not let life end naturally, and that's exactly what medicine is doing. It's preventing the natural death of life.
No,
To
it's
the
not.
furthest extent.
No, it's
Of course
not.
it is. Yeah, what do you think chemotherapy does? Right?
Well-
If an individual has cancer that was born out of a natural biological predisposition, it's specifically preventing that cancer from ending the life of the host, right? So it prevents natural death. That is the entire purpose of medicine.
Doesn't prevent it. It can prolong it, and that's why we have medicine. The good higher powers of the world has given us smart people and with smart minds to extend life. And when the medical world has been extended to their greatest and you can't do anything else anymore, there's no need. The life will end.
But it's preventing the end of natural life in given contexts. Like, for instance, if
so
I
is
have
it, like
if
getting
I have cancer, Hey, Mimi.
Okay.
If I have cancer, right, and I get chemotherapy to eradicate that cancer, I prevented a natural death from cancer, right? And under your
No,
framework,
prevent it. You didn't prevent it at all. You provide. It's anything you take medicine for in your life. Like if you cut your hand and get a bad infection, and you don't go and get antibiotics for it, you're going to die.
I prevented death from cancer. You're saying that you're only prolonging it, but no, we are preventing it in specific contexts. I don't see how this is controversial.
But it's not like I'm killing somebody, and it's not like I am just letting them die. Like
This would be you said it's wrong to prevent the natural death of life. This is exactly what medicine does. And
Well,
I have a
no,
question. Do you think it's wrong to keep brain dead patients on life support?
I don't. But if
That is preventing natural death.
yes, so if medical intervention is not working and you're already dead as a brain dead person, well then unplug the thing and medical intervention is gone. It's not like I killed them.
Mimi, I'm trying to make a point here, and you are not listening. You made the claim that it is wrong to prevent the natural death of life.
I guess maybe I might have said that wrong. So we're going on that context of the word to prevent is not.
Lauren, thank you for the $1 over Vim. I appreciate you. W, Lauren.
I'm not saying that it's wrong to prevent. It's wrong to kill. We don't bring people into this world. It happens by some, how does that even happen? So I understand
from sex.
Yeah. So then we've done an act, and I understand that there's women that have been raped, but I know 2 people that are very good friends that are results of rape, and they are wonderful people. And
so why is abortion wrong, Mimi?
Abortion is wrong because it's not for you it's not for us to take human life.
And why is that not for us to do?
Because was it for you to decide to come here?
I couldn't decide to come here, no.
No, so we can't decide ourselves or other humans to take our lives either.
Yeah, why not?
We don't make the decision in the first place, so it's just not right. I totally believe that
I don't understand the argument here. We don't decide to be born, therefore we can't decide to terminate other life. I don't see how that necessarily follows. What's the contradiction in saying that we don't decide to be born and we should be able to decide to terminate pregnancies? What's the problem with that? Then also, hey, Mimi, I have a question. Are you vegan?
No.
Oh, wait, I thought that you can't decide when life dies.
I said human.
What's the distinction?
What's the distinction between a human and an animal?
Yeah,
there are animals that are on this earth that were meant for us to farm and eat.
Are you Christian?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, you could have just started with this. You're pro-life because of Christianity.
No,
yeah.
definitely not. I've only become a Christian. I was only baptized last August, and I just became a Christian. Before that, I was an atheist, and I still believe that abortion should be banned.
Yeah. What's the argument for that?
The argument is that you just can't kill a life. You can't take a life because you want to.
So wait, but this is exactly what you as a non-vegan do. You kill and take lives all the time.
Let's say human life. I'm going to say.
So what's the specific distinction? So why can't you decide to terminate a fetus's life, but you can decide to terminate a cow's life? What is true of the fetus that's not true of the cow that makes it justified only in the context of the cow?
Because there is a hierarchy in the circle of life.
So if there is
It's to be for us to eat and drink their milk and all that stuff.
Wait, but under like a secular worldview, no, that's false.
I'm not. What do you mean under a secular worldview?
Yeah, from if we're like saying that Christianity is not true, and we're not debating this from a religious point of view, then that would be false, right? Of course, animals weren't put on this earth to be consumed by humans. That's nonsense and gibberish.
Why would you say that?
Because we're not created by a God that intended them to serve such function.
Well, even if we weren't created by a God, there's still a cycle of life, and there's a hierarchy, and humans are on a certain scale, and if there was an animal above us in the scale, like let's just say that like an alien species came down to Earth tomorrow that was bigger, stronger, and faster and smarter than humans, would it be justified for these aliens to kill humans and eat them? Would that be wrong? Not. And that is such an outrageous statement to even say that because it's hypothetical, completely hypothetical.
It is hypothetical, but would you mind answering my question? Would that be wrong?
Hypothetical stuff. I'm talking about real life, not hypothetical aliens coming down.
Hey, Mimi, I understand that you have the IQ of a walnut, but that's how we have debate.
Was that so?
Ashley, I appreciate you for the $5 on Venmo. Thank you so much. W. Ashley in the comment section. That's particularly how I'm testing your logic. You're saying that, like, well, human life is sacred, but non-human life is not sacred because of a hierarchy that exists between human life and non-human life. But what we're showing is if there existed a hierarchy between human life and an alien life form that was bigger, smarter, stronger, and faster than us, you'd still think it's wrong for them to mercilessly, like, end our lives. So therefore, it'd also be wrong for us to do that to the cows.
Mice if cats kill them. Mice don't think it's nice. But you know what? If somebody bigger and stronger comes in this world and overtakes us, then so be it.
So wouldn't it be wrong for an alien to slaughter you?
I wouldn't like it, but I'm not going to say it's wrong.
Oh, what if there's just another human that was bigger and stronger than you?
I'm not going to get into the alien.
Wait. I have a question, Mimi. I have a question. Are we bigger and stronger than fetuses?
Yes, but in the context.
Wait.
No, man.
So
You're talking about
So
another.
we're bigger and stronger than fetuses, so therefore it's justified for us to terminate their life.
You know what? You're calling me the brain of a walnut, and you're like 12 fucking years old. You have no idea. Okay,
Hey, first of all, hey, Mimi, I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down real quick. I'm 19, not 12, and me being about half your
why
age.
are we talking about aliens when we're talking about fucking abortion?
Hey, walnut brain. I need you to calm down. So I'm gonna be 19. I'm gonna guess I'm probably a fraction as old as you, right? But then I don't know, 10 times smarter than you. I mean, all that I see here is a very emotionally insecure woman, that wants to control other women. You think just because you possess a uterus, you can speak for everyone else with a uterus, right? Just because I absolutely destroyed your argument, intellectually speaking, doesn't mean that you could get emotional. You specifically expressed that it would be justified for an alien to end your life due to the fact that it's bigger and stronger. So therefore, if this logic were to follow, since we are bigger and stronger than fetuses, it is justified for us to end the life of fetuses. Yeah. I mean, I don't know where to go from here. Is this where you just get more emotional? Start screaming at me like you just did? Diane, thank you for the $2 over PayPal. I appreciate that.
My friend, you were screaming at people before too. And really, can we remove the alien thing? Because we're not talking about some hypothetical thing where some stronger thing comes down to Earth, because obviously it's going to take me over. And whether it's right or wrong, they're going to take us over. And it has nothing to do with whether humans should abort babies or not.
So it does have to do with that. And I'll explain to you why. So this all started off
below zero if we didn't have immigration.
I do know that. So Mimi, I'm going to go ahead and expand for you. I hope that you won't interrupt me this time. So you originally told us that it is wrong to end any human life. And then I asked you, well, what's the relevant distinction? What property does a fetus have that a cow doesn't have that makes it justified to end the life of the cow but not the fetus, right? To show that there's no good reason to value the life of the fetus. And then will you say, well, it's okay for us to end their life because they're lower on the food chain than us. But what I'm demonstrating here, conceptually speaking, is just because there's going to be a life form that's lower on the food chain, it doesn't necessarily make it justified for you to end their life, right? So now that we know that this is an invalid reason as to why it's just to end the life of the cow but not the fetus, let's just go back to that, right? So what trait or quality does the fetus possess that the cow doesn't possess that makes it justified to end the life of the cow but not the fetus?
Humanity, being a human.
Humanity. Right. So therefore, if you're just valuing our species, well, we could extend this out. Right. Why is it not wrong to pull the plug on a brain dead patient? Because they're human.
It's not wrong.
But why? They're human.
Well, we don't. That's secondary intervention. If secondary intervention's not working and they're brain dead for a long period of time, well, then it's our choice to take them off the medical intervention. We're still not ending their life purposefully. Their life was already ended. We tried to extend it.
So their life was never ended, right? And then if we're just going to simply say that it's okay for us to not value their human life because we're not purposefully trying to end it, we're just removing its support. Well, I mean, I feel like I can make the same argument in the context of like abortion, of pregnancy. We're not trying to end the life of the fetus. We're just simply trying to uphold the mother's bodily autonomy, right? And evict it from its womb, which sadly results in the death of the fetus. But that's not the intention.
In which context are you speaking that? Like, in which way is it damaging the woman's body?
Well, yeah, it just would simply be ingressing upon her will, right, and her desires. Or we could talk about the physical damage, such as, I don't know, the pains, the traumas, and the suffering associated with pregnancy and childbirth. Alana, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. Let's get some W, Alanas. You guys have been so generous to me tonight over Venmo. I'm so thankful for y'all. Huge W, Alana. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love.
I don't know. I feel like we're talking in circles here, to be honest. I don't want to involve aliens or cows or anything.
Hey, it's because hey, Mimi, it's because you're not.
You're interrupting me.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt you. So you're not interested in like intellectual conversation, right? Because we're showing you how seriously flawed your worldview is through the use of hypotheticals and comparison, right? And instead of actually engaging, right, in this valid argumentation, you just simply say you don't want to talk about it. But I'm gonna try to be like very generous with you right now. It's very important to talk about these things because it's very important for us to concern, right, the philosophical and logical implications of what banning abortion truly does to our citizens. If we can't make a valid reason for abortion to be banned that is not so easily critiqued by a 19-year-old boy, then maybe we shouldn't be forcing 170 million American women to abide by this ban. It seems like it's more likely it's just based upon emotion. It seems like there's no good reason to ban it. But Mimi, I don't think that you're that capable of intellectual discussion. I'm not going to hold you back. But you have the IQ of a walnut, Mimi. There's nowhere to go from here. You're just
I feel like we're not even having a proper debate because in a debate, the other person doesn't mute someone so they can speak over them.
Well, Mimi, I actually muted you so you couldn't speak over me.
Because we're not debating properly anymore. You're debating like a 19-year-old.
So, okay? Mimi, I muted you so you couldn't speak over me.
My friend, you were just muted me. You said, I'm going to go ahead and mute you because I was in the middle of talking and you started talking. I asked you to give me the floor, so you muted me. So I think this point in discussion is completely moot. Have a nice day, my friend.
So this is where they run because they don't know how to debate. It's very sad to see these absolute fucking idiots. It pains me to see these brain dead idiots. Hi, are you pro-life? Do you think that abortion's wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, why so?
I mean, only after 24 weeks though.
Only after 24 weeks? We hold the same stance. Appreciate you for coming up. We're going to move on to our next guest. Hey, what's up? Do you think that abortion's wrong? Do you think it should be banned? Moving on to our next guest here. Hi, do you think that abortion should be banned or are you pro-life?
Fuck niggers! Fuck you, nigger!
Hi, are you pro-life? Do you think that abortion should be banned?
Yes.
How old are you?
18.
What year were you born in?
2006.
What month?
Feb the 2nd.
That'd make you 17. We're gonna move on to our next guest. Wait, actually, that would make him 18. Who cares? Hey, how old are you?
Hello, I'm 18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Nice. So do you think that abortion should be banned or are you pro-life?
No, I am pro-life for myself and pro-choice for others.
That's not a real thing. Goodbye. We're gonna get our next guest up in here. Hi, do you think that abortion should be banned?
I think you're a bitch, Dean. Kill yourself, dumbass whore. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dumbass bitch. Abortion for life, bitch. Fuck you, Dean. Fuck you. Kill yourself.
Do you mind if I ask you a question? Oh, or not. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next guest. You're the 18-year-old I kicked, right? Adelaide, thank you for that hand art. So why are you pro-life? Why do you think abortion should be banned?
Because it's not right.
Why?
Because you're basically killing off a person
No, you're not basically killing off a person. You are killing a person. Why is that wrong?
Because everyone deserves life.
Yeah, why?
There shouldn't be a reason behind it. Everyone deserves to live, and
I'm asking you why that's true. Could you give me the argument for that? Why should I accept your interpretation?
well, no, there shouldn't be an argument about it. You should not just kill off a person because you
Yeah,
don't
why?
want to kill. Why is there an argument about it?
Because we have to substantiate and give reason for our beliefs, and I'm asking you for the reason for your belief. Why is it wrong to end the life of a fetus? Why is the life of a fetus valuable?
Because it's a living person.
It's a living thing, so all living things are valuable, Kayla.
Yes.
Are you a vegan?
No.
So not all living things are valuable. That's a contradiction, Kayla.
I'm not saying that. You said abortions. Abortions are about humans. Animals are different.
Why?
Because they just are. Abortions are
Can you
aimed
tell me?
towards
Can you tell me
humans.
what's a relevant distinction? So, what trait does a fetus possess that a cow doesn't possess that makes a fetus valuable and makes the cow invaluable?
I'm not saying that animals aren't on the same level, but abortions are aimed towards humans.
If you're not saying that abortions are on the same level, then why aren't you vegan?
I have thought about going vegan, but then that wouldn't help the earth. But anyway, abortion should not be allowed, so there's no argument about it.
Why shouldn't abortion be allowed?
Okay, so you're basically saying, oh, I don't want this kid no more. I just wanted to have fun on
I'm
a night
basically
out.
saying, why should abortion not be allowed?
No, just listen. You're basically saying, oh, so if some kid wants to go get knocked up on a night out and then say, oh, I messed up, I want to kill this child before it's even born, that's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, give me the argument, please.
there is no argument. You should not do that.
So there's no. Why shouldn't you do that?
Because it is morally wrong. You should not
Why
just...
is it? Why is it morally wrong?
It just is.
It just is. Hey, Kayla, what have I said? You're like fucking dumb because you just are.
And
What
you're
have I
an
said that-
asshole if you think that killing people is fine.
See what I mean, Kayla? So I just want to give you a demonstration here. So you actually have no reason as to why abortion's wrong. You are simply the product of social indoctrination. You don't think for yourself. You let those around you think for you, predominantly your family, right? And this incoherent formation of beliefs will lead to the downfall of society 110%. Here you sit in your fucking high chair, bib around the neck, walnuts in your head, just conjuring up this belief that abortion's wrong. And when asked for any rhyme or reason as to why you think it's wrong, you just say, oh, it is. And this is so harmful for the reason that this directly impedes upon the livelihoods of 170 million American women. And I can't even imagine how much women that would be on the large scale worldwide, because it doesn't even sound like you're American, right? It's like, what the fuck is the reason? We need to provide reason for what we believe in. You ask a white supremacist why they're racist, and they'll say they just are. You'll ask a misogynist why they hate women, and they'll say they just do. You'll ask a homophobic person why they think it's wrong to be gay, and they'll just say it just is, right? Like, what happened to intellectualism? What happened to providing good reason what we believe in? It's just disgusting. I just think that those attitudes are disgusting, and yeah, chat, she ran. Hey, how old are you?
I am 25 next month.
Nice. Do you think that abortion's wrong or should be banned?
I think it should be banned because, statistics show that 25 million abortions are completed unsafely.
Wait,
they're mostly in
shouldn't we just make
developing-
them safer?
Yeah, but my point is they're mostly in underdeveloped countries. So if they're unsafe, that's going to have severe impact towards the woman later on down the line, when she maybe wants to have kids later on down the line. Don't know what the future might be for that person, but
Okay, do you think that safe abortions are wrong?
to an extent, yes, I do. because you're
So how safe it is doesn't really impede upon this idea that you think it's wrong. So why are safe abortions wrong?
because you're still ending a life at the end of the day.
And why is that wrong?
Why is murder wrong?
Wait, how do you define murder?
Why is taking somebody else's life wrong?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Yeah.
Because it's taking away another human being that was deserved to be on this earth.
Yeah, why do they deserve to be on the earth? Why is it wrong to end their life? I'm asking you I'm asking this question to every guest, and you guys all have walnuts for brains. I think that I'm really just not enjoying like discussion on abortion because you literally possess a IQ of 50.
Perfect, thank you. Anyway,
could you tell me why you think it's wrong? Like, hello?
I think it's wrong because you're taking a life.
And why is it wrong to take a life?
Because who gives you the right to take somebody else's life?
You don't need a right to take someone else's life in the context of pregnancy. That life form is invaluable. There's nothing wrong to end it. Who gave you the right to pick up a rock? Who gave you the right to drive a car? Who gave you the right to fucking, I don't know, paint a picture? Like, you're not granted a right to do these things. You just simply can do them because they're permissible. And this is exactly what I'm saying about abortion. Not all biological life forms are valuable, only some biological life forms. I only value biological life that has the ability to deploy consciousness. And this is not true of the fetus until 24 weeks, and that's exactly why I don't value it, and that's exactly why abortion is permissible.
Okay. My question would be, why do you have such a valid opinion on abortion when you will never have to go through one?
Why do you think just because you could go through one means you could speak for everyone else that could?
I'm not. I asked you a question. And you have to answer it with a question because either A, you can't answer the question, or B, you don't know how to answer the question.
So let me get it straight. Because I'm a man, I can't speak on it, but because you're a woman, you can speak for all women. That's pretty fucking disgusting. You know what? You don't get to pull that card. You don't get to pull that card. You don't get to be like, oh, you're a man, you can't talk about it because you're fucking pro-life. Maybe if you're pro-choice, I'd actually hear you out when you say that. But no, you're pro-fucking life. You can't sit here on your mighty throne and say, you're a man, you can't talk about it, right? Because you think that, everyone should have access to it on the basis that you have a uterus. Then also, wait, I have a question. Do you think that men should be pro-life, Kate?
Do I think men should be pro-life?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not going to dictate what a man can and cannot believe or cannot.
I'm asking you a question. Should men be pro-life?
I think they should, yeah.
So you're saying I should vote for legislation to control 170 million American women, but I shouldn't advocate for those women having their own say. It just kind of seems like you're essentially asking me to continue perpetuating the patriarchy.
Well, if that's your opinion, then that is what you're allowed to have.
Yeah, and you are not allowed to have an opinion because your IQ is sub 45, and honestly, I don't think all humans should have equal rights, right? I don't think all humans should be able to vote, right? Because you have granted me absolutely no good reason as to why abortion should be banned, and when I give you my argument as to why it shouldn't be banned, you're unable to answer it, and then you just spew some bullshit about how I'm a man. Like, be so fucking for real, okay? Act your age.
Okay, I'll take it on board. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
So do you want to go ahead and respond to my argument? Not all biological life is valuable. Only some forms of biological life in which would possess an ability to deploy consciousness?
If that's what you think, yes, okay.
So what's the problem with that? What is the critique of my argument?
I'm not actually sure, to be honest.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue. And I just want to make it clear, right? You just said that's what you think, it's okay. No, you're lying. You specifically think that no one in America should have access to abortion. And if you truly thought it was okay for people to think that it's not, well, you'd have a contradiction. Then on top of that, I don't truly think you view abortion as murder. Right? Because if someone came on my live right now and said that they found it permissible to just, I don't know, walk up to people on the street and chop off their heads, I wouldn't say if that's what you think it's okay, right? Because that's murder and murder's bad. And that's exactly what you're assigning abortion to be, but yet you'll say it's okay for me to think it's okay? Like, so do you really even view abortion as murder?
Well, I do. It's my opinion.
So then why are you saying it's okay for me to think otherwise? Kate, if someone walked up to you and said that they're into some Ted Bundy shit and they just like to unalive people for fun, would you say, well, that's what you think it's okay?
You know, you need to put this into perspective here.
Kate, I'm asking you a question.
And I'm going to answer it if you will give me a minute to reply.
If someone came up to you and asked
I heard
if it's
you. I
okay
just
for
want to
them
reply.
Ted Bundy people, would you tell them it's okay to think that?
Like I said, everybody has their own path in life, and you make
Brother,
decisions.
please answer my question.
What? I can't answer it because I'm not in that position, so no, I won't answer it.
Oh my God, Kate, you're so fucking dense. If someone came up to you and said that they wanted to unalive little kids, would you say that's what you think it's okay? You're fucking left, dude. Guys, I can't do it. I really can't. I'm learning patience. I'm learning patience. I'm learning patience. I'm not enjoying this in the slightest. I just really am not enjoying this in the slightest, guys. Drew, you've been hanging out in here since went live. Hope you're doing well. Bro, these kids are such fucking snowflakes. All these conservatives, all these Republicans, all these pro-lifers are such fucking snowflakes. Hi, are you a snowflake?
No.
Do you think that abortion should be banned?
Absolutely.
So you are a snowflake. So why do you think abortion should be banned?
Okay, why does that make me a snowflake?
Yeah, because you're absolutely insufferable. You act based upon your emotions. You don't consider logic or, right, the equal rights for all type of deal. You're just kind of like ooga booga. My man emotions tell me abortion's wrong, so I'm going to vote for legislation to infringe upon 170 million American women's rights. You're just so emotional. You're such a snowflake, but I hope I answered your question. Why do you think abortion should be banned?
Well, those are all ridiculous assumptions.
Okay, so why do you think abortion should be banned?
Why do you think it should be banned? Or it shouldn't be banned?
So that's a really weird pivot. I'd appreciate it if you'd at least answer the question on top of my head before you pivot.
Under certain circumstances, I don't think it should be used as a form of like birth control.
Okay, so what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean for abortion to be used as birth control?
As far as women going out here and having unprotected sex and getting pregnant and then going and getting an abortion.
So if they engage in protected sex and still get pregnant, should they therefore be able to get an abortion?
No, because they knew the consequences.
So what the fuck is this whole thing about them going out here and engaging in unprotected sex, bro? Even if they were engaging in protected sex once in their life,
they knew the consequences.
Do you smoke by chance?
No, I don't.
Do you know anyone who does?
Well, obviously.
Who are they to you? What's their relation?
I mean, people that I know.
Yeah, like name one of them. What's their relation to you?
A friend.
Okay, so your friend smokes. Your friend understands the risk of getting lung cancer from smoking. If your friend gets lung cancer, would you tell him to sit down, shut up, and deal with the consequences of his action? Or would you recommend he go to a medical health practitioner and get treatment to destroy that cancer?
Both.
Okay. So, but you would find it permissible for him to seek treatment to terminate the life of that cancer?
I mean, if that's what his call was to do that, then that's on him.
Perfect. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. In the context of pregnancy, you're saying that these women understood the risks of sex leading to pregnancy. Therefore, if they get pregnant, they should have to deal with that. But the analogous statement would be smokers understand the risks of smoking. So therefore, if they do smoke and get lung cancer, they should have to deal with that. But obviously, no, we would not deny these people medical treatment in the context of smoking. So why would we deny people medical treatment in the context of pregnancy?
But you're comparing somebody that could possibly lose their life over somebody that could possibly have life.
I am comparing these things because I think the life of the cancer is just as valuable as the life of the fetus, unless you could give me any good reason to give value to the life of that fetus. And not to mention, pregnancy can result in the loss of life.
Yeah, but it's rare.
Okay, let's go ahead and answer my question. I'm mainly comparing these two things because I value the life of the cancer just as much as I value the life of the fetus. Would you like to go ahead and give me good reason why I should value the life of the fetus more?
Because it has potential life.
What is potential life?
What do you, how do you, like, how is that not, how do you not understand that?
I don't know what you mean when you say potential life.
Like, it'll be a human life form.
It'll be a human. So you're saying the fact that it's human gives it value. I don't think that our species would give us any value. Like, for instance, if Superman came down to Earth tomorrow, would he be any less valuable because he's not human?
Well, who's to say he's not human?
Well, the writers of the comic book of Superman, they say he's Kryptonian. He's an alien.
In a human body?
No, the Kryptonian body. They just happen to look very similar.
Yeah, well, that's all fiction, so, I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Well, it's hypothetical. It's how we test your principle in
Only relevant.
hypothetics. I mean, I'm just asking you if you'd value a non-human life form, such as Superman. According to your logic, you shouldn't, right?
Well, if he's not human, then no, absolutely not.
And that's an absolute absurdity, right? That's just species essentialism. You're saying the only reason that we're valuable is because of our species.
So would you value an alien?
If your neighbor Doug, yeah, of course I would. If your neighbor Doug figured out tomorrow through a DNA test that his DNA was closer to that of an ape than a human, would he no longer be valuable?
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, that's just fucking absurd. Have you ever watched the movie Planet of the Apes before?
I have. Good movie.
So do you, wait. Were you ever sad when those apes died because they weren't human?
Absolutely not. They were an animal.
So I mean, are you just lying to lie?
No, I'm telling you the truth. It's an animal.
Wait, do you think that we should legalize dog slaughter?
What does that have to do with abortion?
Answer my question. Should we legalize the slaughter and eating of dogs?
Well, I would say no, but there's a lot of Chinese that would disagree.
Okay, so that's where the fuck did where did the racial stereotype come from? I think we'd be better without that.
No, because I've been to China. They eat dog.
So wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. That was really weird. But real quick before I do move on, why would you say no? Because they're not human.
Just like you said.
See what I said? See what I thought? That's exactly what I thought. I apologize for that fucking insane racial stereotype. This is just fucking weird. Hi, do you think that abortion should be banned? Are you pro-life?
I am pro-life, and I do believe that abortion should be banned.
Why do you think abortion should be banned?
So I believe that life begins at contraceptive. Once
conception.
Conception. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we look at like history back in 1821, in Connecticut, that was the first state that banned abortion. We also see that back years ago, abortion actually was considered a popular form of birth control. But that was due to the fact that they had the lack of resources. And, like parents can afford it, a lot of people were against it, and so they had them kill those kids. But I think that we have more resources now. Like we have contraceptive, we have birth control, we have protection. We have things that can stop us from having to have an abortion.
Wait, I agree with you 110%, but this still doesn't mean that unintended pregnancies don't occur.
Right, but if we use the resources, we could prevent that.
Not in its entirety. I mean, we still see it like unwanted pregnancies that are caused even when they use contraceptives. Like for instance, 54% of unintended pregnancies that result in an abortion, right, are caused because of the failure of contraceptives. Not to mention, right, pregnancies caused by grape or SA, right. I feel like there's plenty of circumstances where we very more commonly than not see unintended pregnancies, even in the light of contraceptives existing.
I mean, yeah, you have like a good point there. I kind of lost my. Oh no, I regained it. But we could also so let's say for instance that maybe you go and you have sexual relations with someone. Take a pregnancy test. right after or the next day, you can take the day after pill, right? You don't have to go through this whole.
Mary, have you ever had a pregnancy scare before?
I have not had kids. I don't have kids. I don't intend to have kids. I would rather adopt.
Yeah, if you think you could, take a pregnancy test the day after you engage in intercourse, I'd like to go ahead and take a guess that you've never had a pregnancy scare before.
Well, then if you can't get like a pregnancy test, maybe say, you know what? I know that there is a potential for having a kid after this act, so let's go get the day after pill.
Yeah,
You know?
if only they weren't $50. If only they weren't.
Well, and
marked
that's
up
why we need
1,000%.
more, right? That's why we need more. We need the resources for insurance, right?
I don't think I disagree with you. I think it'd be a very perfect world if every time I engaged in sex with a woman, the next day I could take her and get her a morning after pill for free. That sounds awesome. I don't think anyone really disagrees with this, but I think that two things can also be true at once. I think all these things could be true. We should push for a higher use of contraceptives, more use of the day after pill, easier access to all these things, and more sex ed. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to say if an unintended pregnancy does occur, that individual should have access to abortion. And I don't see how any of the points that you've brought up would necessitate or lead to some conclusion that they shouldn't have access to abortion, because both of these things can be true at the same time.
I mean, if you look at a statistic from 2021, this is from abortionprocon.org, it states that students who received comprehensive sexual education were less likely to engage in sexual intercourse and waited till later life, whereas those who were uneducated were more likely to engage in sexual relations.
Yeah, that's probably true. I think we should give kids sex ed. We've already went over this. Like I already said, everything that you've said is true. We should push for more sex ed, push for contraceptives to, have easier access. But then at the same time, if an unintended pregnancy exists, they should be able to get an abortion. It's like, I don't really see why any of the talking points you've brought up would necessarily imply that abortion should be banned. Like, I agree with every single one of your talking points. Because I think that we should reduce the amount of unwanted pregnancies. We should reduce the amount of abortions.
So I have a question for you, and this, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of heat for it, or you're probably going to be like, why did you go severe? So my question is, when it, let's say that you have an unplanned pregnancy, or, somehow, I don't know, you used contraceptive and it didn't work. Do you think, so then you decide, I'm going to go have an abortion. Do you think, because, you're like, hey, I don't think I'm up for this task, or I don't want this kid. So do you think it's okay that if I were to go to my husband and say, hey, I'm done with you, but I have to be careful how I say this. I'm going to take your life because I'm done with you and I don't want you anymore.
I'm confused on the question.
So my question is, if I were to go to my husband and I were to say, I'm sick of him, I'm done with him, I don't want to be in this relationship with him anymore. And so instead of leaving him, I say, I'm going to take his life because I don't want him anymore. I'm done with him.
Okay. So there's a couple really important things to recognize here that would separate this from abortion. The biggest one would be that the gentlest means of you ending your relationship with your husband would not be to kill him, but they'd be to walk out the door.
No,
right?
see, I'm intending that I want
Mary,
to kill.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish.
Sure.
So it's like the reason that lethal abortion is justified during a certain part of pregnancy is because it is literally the only way to evict a fetus from a mother's womb. There's no other way to do so, right? But as soon as there is other ways after the point of viability where the fetus or the life could be sustained outside of her body, right? Then I would say we should use other means such as induction or a C-section to remove that fetus, right? And honestly, I think for the most part, this is a pretty consistent argument, right? I wouldn't say that this is the only thing I should argue, but it's pretty consistent across the board. Like, if someone is doing something to me that I don't want them to do to me, and the only way I can get out of that situation is to kill them, most times it seems to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, let's say that someone was like graping me, and the only way I could stop them from graping me was to kill them. That'd be okay. Let's say someone was just being like touching me, even like just touching me, and the only way I could stop them from touching me is killing them. Maybe that would be okay. You know what I mean? But on top of that, right? I'd further yet say that your husband is going to be a conscious, sentient being, right? And that could not be said about the fetus.
I mean, I still believe that you're murdering in both sense, right? And one.
So what's the definition of murder?
I don't know what the definition of murder is, and I can't look it up, right? Because
I'm just asking you what you think it is. I'm asking you what you mean when you say murder.
Taking of one's own life.
Okay, is pulling the plug on a brain dead patient murder?
No, because they don't have any brain activity.
Okay, so before the fetus has brain activity, it's not murder either?
No, because once the fetus is, life begins at conception, in my opinion.
And it doesn't end right in the absence of brain activity. That's why a fetus is alive prior to 8 weeks when its brain starts to form, and that's why a brain dead patient is alive even after the point where they don't have any brain activity. But if you're specifically saying it's not murder to unalive a brain dead patient because they don't have brain activity, it's not murder to abort a fetus prior to 8 weeks because they don't have brain activity.
Now, I wouldn't say that I would be someone who would want to pull the plug on someone who is brain dead, and maybe I came off as that, but I mean, it's someone. This is going to contradict my whole entire argument. It is a family member's decision at that point when they believe that life has been terminated from that individual to pull the plug. Now, I don't believe that is the same case with abortion. Now, again, I have not had children.
Can you give me the distinction?
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what's the relevant distinction? Why should it be the family's choice in the context of a brain dead patient, but never be the family's choice in the context of, a fetus?
Well, I think that there is potential for, like, if there's a rape, an incest or something like that, I think that's different.
Okay, fine. I'm talking about elective circumstances here.
But if it's elective, I just think that, and maybe this is heartless to say, but I think that if you're, like, deciding to make a choice to have an abortion, I feel like you're basically saying it's okay to go have sex, but there's not going to be any consequences because I can just murder this baby. And unfortunately,
so I mean, I'd actually agree with you apart from the word murder. Yeah, I think that individuals can engage in safe sex, all right, without any potentiality of having a child because they know abortion exists. And I don't see anything wrong with this, and you continue to paint it out to be wrong, but you can't give me any good reason. And in fact, you pivoted around my question. I'll ask it one last time. Please tell me why you think it should be the family's choice in the context of a brain dead patient, but it shouldn't be the family's choice in the context of an abortion.
I mean, I can't really give you an explanation on that because you are potentially correct in that particular manner.
So if you can't explain why you think abortion should be banned, right, maybe you shouldn't advocate for it to be banned.
Well, I think that there should be like a conversation that takes place between those two people because like that are deciding to have that elective abortion, because there are sometimes an instance, like I've had some friends where they've hooked up with someone, like just having fun, and, the guy immediately is like, well, if you don't get this abortion, we're not going any further. And I think that that's inappropriate. Like, you shouldn't make someone get something because they feel different about it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what the implications of this are? Funny story. You shouldn't make someone get something, aka maintaining pregnancy for 9 months, just because you feel differently about it. Right? It's not going to be the man's choice for a woman to get an abortion, just like it shouldn't be anyone's choice for someone not to get an abortion. I mean, what you just said is so antithetical to your position. You're saying just because someone feels differently about something doesn't mean you should make them do something. But this is exactly what you are doing about when you advocate for an abortion ban. You feel differently than women who think abortion is okay, But instead of just keeping that to yourself and living your life out that way, you want to vote for legislation to make it so all 170 million American women don't have access.
I mean, we could look at the mental health concepts of it as well. Like people who, years down the road got an abortion and have to live with that for the rest of their life. And it does tear them up on the inside.
What about the mental health implications of giving birth? Yeah, the risks associated with regretting an abortion can be bad. But I think the risks associated with regretting birth are even worse.
Right, but if you have that child's full term, you have the option then to go and put them up for adoption.
Okay, so what then we'll stop talking about the risks associated with how the mother feels, and then we'll start talking about the risks associated with how the child will feel. Like getting put up for adoption, you're a hot commodity when you're an infant, but you're at the age of like 9, 8, 10, 11, 12. All of a sudden, no one cares about you, and you are in a particular class of citizens that are at the highest risks for getting raped, getting essayed, abusing drugs, suicide, etc. It's not a happy life, and you want to put a kid in that situation on purpose?
Well, that's why some people shouldn't have sex or kids. Like if they can't be a parent.
That's why some people shouldn't advocate for an abortion ban. Maybe I agree with you. We can say here, if you're not ready to be a parent, don't engage in unsafe sex. I agree with that. But someone fucks up, does something wrong, they're not ready to be a parent, and they do engage in unsafe sex. What are we gonna fucking do? Punish them? Right? Or are we gonna give them medical treatment? It's the same way we could say you shouldn't smoke. You really shouldn't smoke. But if you do smoke and you get lung cancer, we'll give you medical treatment to terminate that lung cancer, just like you shouldn't engage in unsafe sex. You really shouldn't engage in unsafe sex. But if you do engage in unsafe sex and you get pregnant, well, then we'll give you medical treatment to terminate that pregnancy. Mary, what I get off of you is someone that just doesn't like women being irresponsible. It's kind of inducive of internalized misogyny, right? But I think the best solution for you is just to simply advocate for women to be more responsible than to advocate for punishing women that you think are irresponsible. Maybe you could do things such as advocate for, more sex ed, advocate for things like easier opportunity and access to contraceptives, advocate for insurance to cover over-the-counter Plan Bs, advocate for all these resources to reduce the amount of unwanted pregnancies, right? And no one's going to hate you for that. No one's going to look at you like you're funny. That I will say that is the one issue that I truly believe is not politicized and is accepted by nearly everyone. Unwanted pregnancies should be reduced. So go advocate for that.
I will. Thanks so much for allowing me to debate. I think we can, at this point, I'll agree to disagree, but I think the debate went well compared to some of the ones that we've had or I've seen tonight.
I appreciate you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for letting me be on.
See you, Mary. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and do one last debate of the night here, you guys. We're going to go ahead and do one last debate of the night, guys. Then we're going to go ahead and end. So this was like our first day back from the permanent ban we got on our account yesterday. We're just kind of figuring things out. I didn't expect there to be a whole bunch of people in here watching the debates today, but, that's okay. That's what happens after we get a ban. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. You can't stand that agree to disagree, me neither. Agreeing to disagree is like, well, she didn't agree to disagree because she's still going to vote for an abortion ban. Let's go and get our last guest of the night up here. And by the way, guys, if you do want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal are in my bio, y'all. Just putting that out there. If you do want to support me, feel free. Lex, you love my lives. Thank you, Lexi. Let's try to get our last guest of the night up in here. It's a cop-out, total cop-out. Well, actually, I don't think we have anyone else in the guest request. We may end now. Greg, thank you for the hand arts. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
Why is it going we go again? Not gonna get okay.
No fucking clue what that was. Alright, guys, so at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream. We don't really have anyone in here to debate. Maybe we could try Sam? Hi, Sam. How old are you?
19.
What year were you born in?
2004.
Okay, yeah. Do you think that abortion is wrong? Should it be banned?
Meine Arbeit, ich bin.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end for the night, guys. I love you all so very much. I'm going to go get some dinner. I appreciate y'all for the love. Apparently, Parker's on with Matt. Everyone, go raid Parker and spam Dean raid in his chat. Killer, thank you for the hand hearts. Literally go to his stream right now, at Parker Get a Job on TikTok, and spam Dean raid, guys. I love each and every single one of y'all. Go spam Dean raid in Parker's comment section. I will see you tomorrow for some more debates. And I may even be live tonight battling Parker. I guess we'll have to see. But good night, guys.
Bagian belakangnya, jadi yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu DC. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment di BS ya. Dan untuk di size yang itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar. Jadi kalau misalkan kakak mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bani guys ya. Dan untuk di size nya itu di size normal, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Kita juga punya di warna-warna white grey ya guys ya. Dan untuk di size-nya kita di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar. Bisa langsung aja di komen di bani guys ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribuan aja ya. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Dan untuk di size-nya itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Oke guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah BST ya. Kakak yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale, bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma ada guys 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari harga 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out nih guys ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale guys ya. Jadi mumpung lagi ada flash sale bisa langsung di check out aja, mumpung lagi ada flash sale yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment BSD. Dan untuk bagian belakangnya itu kombinasi dengan warna-warna oranye dan sudah ada ketiganya atau sudah ada embosan bagian belakang guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bani BSD ya. Oke, lanjut jadi etalase nomor selanjutnya. Lanjut ya di etalase nomor selanjutnya nih guys ya. Lanjut ya di etalase nomor selanjutnya, bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja ya. Kamu dapat sepatunya Aiko ya kakak ya, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment BST ya kakak ya. Oke, lanjut jadi etalase nomor selanjutnya nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Etalase 37 kak, etalase 37 ya, bentar ya, aku sebutkan dulu di etalase nomor 37 nya. Etalase nomor 37 itu di warna-warna grey guys. Ini di etalase 37 itu di warna-warna grey, ini sesuai di gambar dan sesuai di etalase nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum harinya itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys ya, dan yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Dan untuk di size-nya itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar nih guys ya, untuk warna di warna-warna white grey. Dan ini sesuai di gambar dan sesuai di etalase nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di Codang Payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja. Kamu dapat sepatunya Indonesia, dan ini sudah ada ventilasi sudah ada kakak ya. Ventilasi sudah ada embos bagian kanan ya, kanan dan kiri ya. Sudah ada embosnya dan untuk bagian logonya ini sudah diperas jadi satu sama si kanvasnya ya kak ya. bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale kakak ya. Dan untuk desainnya itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja dicek. Dan untuk di size-nya itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar aja nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja dicek guys ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys ya. Dan untuk bagian belakangnya itu kombinasi dengan warna-warna apa? Dengan warna-warna warna-warna putih dengan warna-warna grey dengan pakai bahan anti slip ya guys ya. Jadi kalau misal kamu pakai buat nge-gym, pakai buat olahraga itu nggak bakal yang namanya itu ngelopek atau terpleset ya, sudah di jalur dalam dan ini sudah pakai bahan anti slip, oke? Jadi kalau misalnya ini kak jangan sematkan ini tali. Untuk bagian soalnya ini kan tinggi dan tebal, ini tuh nggak berat sama sekali guys ya, ini tuh enteng banget. Jadi yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di CO dan di payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen ya di bawah di BS ya. Dan yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out di BS ya. Untuk warnanya apa aja sih kak? Jadi untuk warnanya kita pakai warna grey, terus pakai warna krem, warna white, terus warna pinkish, ada banyak banget kakak ya. Bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys ya, mumpung lagi ada flash sale, bisa langsung aja di check out, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys ya. Bener ya kakak ya. Bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah guys, yang mumpung lagi ada flash sale guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out nih guys ya. Dan untuk di size-nya itu di size normal, di size 36 dan 44 yang paling besar, bisa langsung aja di CO dan payment guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah BST. Oke, lanjut ya di etalase nomor selanjutnya, di etalase nomor berapa nih guys? Di etalase nomor 42 ya. Etalase nomor 42 kakak, untuk etalase nomor kenapa? Etalase nomor 42 itu di warna ini guys ya, di warna krem white nih BST ya. Nih guys ya, di warna-warna krem white ini sesuai di gambar dan sesuai di etalase nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out dan yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah di BS, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum harganya itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out, yang mau bisa langsung aja di komen di bawah BS, yang mau bisa langsung aja di CO dan di payment BS, dan yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Bagian untuk bagian ventilasinya udara ini sudah ada kak, sudah ada dua nih guys, ventilasi udaranya itu ada dua, dan untuk bagian belakangnya kombinasi dengan warna-warna apa kak, warna-warna oranye, dan sudah ada cuttingnya bagian belakang nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di CO dan di payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di check out. Dan untuk bagian sampingnya itu sudah ada nih guys, sudah ada ventilasi udaranya bagian sudah ada ventilasi udara di bagian sampingnya, dan ini sudah ada logonya tuh pakai reflektif ya, jadi bisa nyala di kegelapan atau terkena flash aja nih guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari ini naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys, yang mau bisa langsung aja di share payment sebelum hari itu naik kembali cuma dari guys 100 ribu aja, kamu dapat sepatunya icon guys.